Good morning and welcome back to today's literature class. As always, dear students, let us recollect what we learned in the previous class. In the previous class, we saw all the three conspirators, namely Caliban, Trinculo, and Stefano. They reached in front of the cell of Prospero in order to kill him. And as they reached over there, Stefano immediately remembers what Caliban has spoken about the airy spirit. Caliban has told them the airy spirit Ariel is very harmless. But Stefano says the harmless spirit has hurt us so badly, and for speaking such kind of lies, you may have to experience evil consequence. Trinculo agrees to it and he remembers the great loss that they have experienced. That was, they have lost the wine bottle in the dirty pool. Stefano agrees to him and says, it's not only a disgrace that we have lost the bottle, but it is an infinite loss. He says that it's a great loss which cannot be regained at all. Up to there we saw in the previous class. Now let us continue from here. The dialogue of Trinculo. Trinculo says, that is more to me than my wedding. Yet this is your harmless fairy monster. He says, that is more to me. That is more to me over here means losing the alcoholic bottle is more painful than having got wet. He says that wetting in the dirty water is not as painful as losing the wine bottle. And further he remembers, yet this is your harmless fairy monster. Yes, you say that this is what your harmless fairy is. Trinculo still feels bad about what the airy spirit Ariel has done to them. In response to that, Stefano says, I will fetch off my bottle, though I be over years for my labor. He says that I will fetch off my bottle, I will get back my bottle. Fetch off my bottle over here means I will get back my bottle, though I be over years for my labor. Even if I am submerged totally in the water, even if I am covered by the dirty water. We already know their bottles are there in the dirty water, and therefore he says that even if my body is totally submerged in the water, still in the dirty water, still I will go and get the bottle from there. Caliban says, Prithi, my king, be quiet. Seest thou here? This is the mouth of the cell. No noise and enter. Do that good mischief which may make this island thine own forever, and I thy Caliban, for I their foot liquor. Let's see what Caliban speaks here. Prithi, my king, be quiet. My master, I request you, be quiet. As both Trinculo and Stefano were going on talking, Caliban once again and accusing. Caliban once again trying to soothe him, and he says, I request my king, be quiet. My master, I request you to be quiet. Seest thou here? Look you here. This is the mouth of the cell. We have reached the mouth of the cell. This is the entrance of the cell. He shows the entrance of the cell of Prospero, and he says to Stefano, be quiet, my master. See, this is what the entrance of the cell of Stefano is. No noise and enter. Let us not make any noise at all. Let us enter silently, do that good mischief, and let us carry on that good plan. Good mischiefs over here means good plan which we have already planned in our mind, which may make this island thine own forever, and that may make you are going to be the owner of this island. That will make you to be the owner of this island. He says his master once again. Caliban says his master. Stefano once again, be quiet, master, because this is the entrance of the cell of Prospero. Enter quietly, and that will make you be the master of the entire island. And I thy Caliban, for I thy foot liquor. Foot liquor over here means I am the one who is going to lick your food even, which means I am going to be your servant forever. And he requests him by saying that, and make me as your servant. Once again, Caliban here says, Master, enter silently into the entrance of the cell of Prospero, and that will make you and carry out our plan, which we have already pre-planned. And that will make you to be the owner of this island, and I will be your servant forever. Stefano says, give me thy hand, I do begin to have bloody thoughts. So he says, give me thy hand, give me your hand, my servant. I do begin to have bloody thoughts. Bloody thoughts over here means the cruel thoughts, the ferocious thought. He says that, let me begin to think about the bloody thoughts from now. Earlier they were thinking about what Ariel has done. And now Stefano says, as Caliban has told him, let us accomplish our plan. So immediately Stefano says that, let my mind be filled with that bloody plan of taking the life of Prospero. Trinculo says, O King Stefano, appear. O worthy Stefano, look what a wardrobe here is for thee. And that was the moment Trinculo says something, sees something. Let's see what Trinculo speaks. O King Stefano, O pure. Pure over here means, oh my Lord Stefano, oh worthy Stefano, oh great Stefano, look what a wardrobe. Wardrobe over here means a colorful dress. Please remember, Prospero had already told Ariel to bring the wardrobe, the colorful dress, the shining dress, and place in front of his cell, so that these people, the conspirators, can be trapped. That is what his idea was, and what Prospero has clearly planned is going to be worked out perfectly. That is what we come across over here. Trinculo sees the colorful clothes and he says, O King Stefano, O Pierre, O my Lord Stefano, O my great Stefano, look what a wardrobe here is for thee. What a lot of fine clothes here for your regard. Caliban says, let it alone, thou fool. It is but trash. He says that it is a rubbish. Trash means rubbish. Caliban says, let it alone, let them be there, let those clothes be there, fool, it is but trash, there is nothing but rubbish, it's quite rubbish, they are nothing but they are rubbish. Trinculo, oh monster, we know what belongs to the frippery. O King Stefano, Trinculo accuses Caliban and says, oh monster, you do not know the value of great clothes like this. That is what he says. Oh monster, we know what belongs to the frippery. Frippery means of old clothes shop. We know the value of the old clothes. That is what Trinculo speaks to Caliban, as Caliban told that they are nothing but rubbish. That is what Caliban spoke. In response to that, Trinculo says, you call them as rubbish because you do not understand the greatness of such kind of valuable old clothes. O King Stefano, but we know what it is. Stefano, put off that gown. Trinculo, by this hand I will have that gown. Immediately Stefano says, put off that gown. Put off means, we know the meaning of to put on. Put on means to wear. So put off means remove. So remove that gown. As we already saw, Trinculo was very happy with the colorful dress which was placed over there. So, and he started wearing it. So therefore Stefano here says, put off that gown, remove that gown. Trinculo, by this hand of mine, he says, I will have that gown. I swear that I will have it. I will not give you that beautiful gown at all. You remove that gown, and with this powerful hand of mine, I say that is going to be mine. I will possess it. That is what Stefano, that is the way Stefano challenges Trinculo. Then Trinculo, thy grace shall have it. He says that your majesty, you may take it. So Trinculo, we already know that he is very, very feared of, and therefore he says, your majesty, you shall have it. Please take it, your majesty. Then Caliban, the Dropsy drowned this fool. What do you mean to doth thus on such luggage? Let us alone and do the murder first. If he wake from toe to crown, he will fill our skin with the pinches. make us strange stuff. So let's see, Caliban is very shrewd here, and therefore Caliban says, the dropsy drown for this, for doing such kind of foolishness, let you may suffer from dropsy. Dropsy is a kind of a painful disease where the individual totally suffers with full of pain on his muscles. He says that for doing such kind of foolish behavior, he did not like that both of them are wasting the time there. It is the appropriate time for them to enter inside the cell of Prospero and take his life away. But they are wasting the time there, and therefore Caliban here says, the dropsy drown on this fool. May this fool suffer from dropsy. As I have already told, full of swelling in the body as well as on the muscles. Let you suffer from such kind of illness for doing such kind of foolishness. What do you mean to dot thus on such luggage? Dot means to be fond of. What make you to be? Why are you so fond of such kind of rubbish clothes? That is what Caliban once again asked to Trinculo. He asked to Trinculo, he says that why are you too much fond of such kind of rubbish dress? Let's alone. He says, let us go, let us move alone and do the murder first. Let us commit the murder first. We have come over here in order to kill Prospero. Let us accomplish that task first. That is what he says. Let us alone, let us go and do the murder first, and let us kill Prospero if he wake. He says that if he wakes up, from top to crown, he will fill our skins with pincers. He will be tormenting us from top to the head. The entire part of our body has to experience suffering if Prospero gets up, if Prospero awakes from his sleep. So therefore, now it is the time to accomplish our task. Now Prospero is fast asleep. Therefore, Caliban says, don't waste the time at all. Let us move and let us first finish our task. If he wakes up in between, we will have to suffer. He will torture us in such a way. He says that from the head to the toe, he will make us to suffer with pinches and make us strange stuff, and he may make us strange creatures. He may transform us into, from human shape, he may transform us into the shapes of any strange creature. So therefore, let us not waste the time at all. Once again, he requested his master Stefano, and he told that let us not waste any time at all. If Prospero wakes up, he is going to torment us from head to the toe. The entire part of our body will be tormented by Prospero, and he may transform us into the shape of strange creatures. He may make us into ugly creatures. So therefore, let us not waste the time at all. That is what Caliban speaks to his master Stefano, and let us see what Stefano's response to it is. Stefano says, "Be you quite monster? Mistress Line, is not this my jerkin? Now is the jerkin under the line. Now jerkin, you are like to lose your hair and prove a bald jerkin." So let's see now what Stefano speaks here. Be you quite monster? The monster was asking his master to accomplish the task of taking away the life of Prospero immediately. But he was so fond of the colorful dress. He was highly attracted towards the colorful dress which was spread in front of the cell of Prospero in a clothesline. So now therefore he says, as he was highly interested in the clothes, he says, "Be you quite monster? Keep quiet, monster." And after that he turns to the dress and he says, "Mistress Lion." First he speaks to the lion. Lion over here means the clothesline on which the clothes are spread. He personifies the lion as the mistress. That is why he speaks here, "Mistress Lion, is not this my jerkin? Is not this jerkin mine?" He moved closer to the clothesline on which this jerkin was spread, on this gown was spread. He reaches over there and he addresses the clothesline or personifies. A human form is given to the clothesline and he says, "Mistress Lion, is not this my jerkin? Is not Madam Lion, this is my jerkin. Is not this jerkin mine, madam? Now is the jerkin under the line. And after saying that, he removed it from the clothesline. He asked the clothesline first as a person. He personified the clothesline as a mistress, and he says, Mistress, is this not my jerkin? And immediately after that, he took the jerkin from it and brought the jerkin under the clothesline. And here he says, now is the jerkin under the line. Now you see the jerkin is under the line. Here we must know the meaning of the word lion. Lion has got another meaning. One of the meanings we saw that it is a clothesline. Now we are coming to the another meaning of the same word lion, which means the equator. Lion is equator. We know what equator is. And there was a belief among the people on those days, if a person crosses the equator, remember, if a person crosses the equator, he may suffer from extreme level of temperature. High fever the person may have to undergo, and as a consequence of this extreme fever, he loses his hair. So that is what, once again, let's see that if a person, the belief of the Elizabethans were, if a person crosses the equator, if a person happens to cross the equator, he may have to suffer, he has to suffer extreme fever, out of which makes him to lose his hair. That is the reason now he says, now I have brought the jacket under the line, which means the jacket has already crossed the line, that is the equator. That is the reason he speaks the next word here. Once again, let us proceed to that. Now is the jerkin under the line. Now see, the jerkin is, the jacket is under the line. The meaning of the word line here is under the equator. And with that meaning, let us come to the rest. Now jerkin, he turns to the jerkin and says, you are like to lose your hair. Now you will be losing the hair. Please remember, here also the jerkin is personified here. He is addressing jerkin as a person, and he says, now jerkin, now dear jacket, you are like to lose your hair. You will have to lose your hair and prove a bald jerkin. Now you are going to be a bald headed jerkin because you have already crossed the line. Then Trinculo says, go on, we steal by line and level, and like your grace. So immediately Trinculo agrees and says, go on, yes, he says, we steal by line and level. Please come to the another meaning of the word here. Line is systematically. We have stolen it systematically. We come across the same word with a different meaning. One of the meanings of the word lion was clothesline. And now coming to the another meaning of the same word lion here is stealing is done systematically. That is what Trinculo speaks here. Trinculo says, yes, exactly it is so. It has been brought under, that is the jerkin has been brought under the line, which means there is a possibility that the jerkin may lose its hair. He agrees to it. Trinculo agrees to what Stefano told, and he says, we steal by line and level. By line, the meaning of the word by line and level over here means we have done the stealing very, very systematically. Ain't like your grace, if it pleases your majesty, did not we steal it systematically, my majesty? Let's see Stefano's response to it. Stefano says, I thank thee for that jest. Here is a garment for it, which shall not go unrewarded while I am the king of this country. Steal by line and level is an apt, excellent pass of pate. There is another garment for it. Stefano was very happy with what Trinculo told. Trinculo uses the same word line with another meaning. Stefano used the word line with the meaning of equator, whereas Trinculo used the same word with another meaning, that is done something very, very systematically, and Stefano was very pleased with it. And Stefano says, I thank thee for that jest, for that wit. Just over here means wit. For that wit, I thank you. The wit that you have said, that is stealing by line and level. I thank thee for that jest. Here is a garment for it, and you will be rewarded for that with this jacket. Take this jacket as a reward for the great wit that you have spoken now. wit shall not go unrewarded while I am the king of this country. He says that wit will be always appreciated while I am the king here. He accepted himself as the king of the island even before he has killed Prospero, who is the owner of the island. He says that I reward you. Once again, let's see. He says, wit shall not go unrewarded. All the wits will be rewarded. It will not go unrewarded while I am the king of this country. Till the time I am the king of this island, always the wit will be appreciated, and therefore he uses the same word but Trinculo has spoken, and he says steal by line and level. Yes, stealing by line and level is an apt, excellent pass of the page. It is absolutely a witty remark. He says what an appropriate witty remark it is, and therefore there is another garment for it, and take this garment as a reward for this wonderful wit which came out of you. Once again, let's see what Stefano speaks here. Stefano was extremely pleased with, as Trinculo has used the word lion with another meaning, and therefore he says that take this garment. This garment is a reward for a great joke or the great wit that you have spoken just now. And therefore he says, till the time I am the king of this place, always the witty persons will be rewarded, and you have spoken the word stealing by line and level, and therefore take this garment which is the reward for the great wit that came out of your brain. Then Trinculo says, monster, come, put some lime upon your fingers and away with the rest. Now Trinculo says, monster, come. Monster Caliban, come here, put some lime. Lime over here means it's a kind of sticky substance which is used in the olden days in order to trap the small birds. Something like if you just cut the jackfruit, you see that inside that there is a kind of white milky substance which is very sticky, and such kind of substance were used in the olden days to trap the small birds. These sticky substance used to be placed on the branches of the trees, and when the bird comes and sits on it, the bird will be sticked over there and bird will not be in a position to fly. So that is what the meaning of the word over here, lime. It's a kind of gum, a kind of a sticky substance. So that is what Trinculo now says, monster, come, put some lime upon your fingers. Make your fingers sticky with the bird lime. That's what the meaning of the word lime over here means, bird lime. And further he says, and away with the rest, and have the rest of the garments, so that you will be able to take away the garments very easily. He says, apply some bird's lime into your hand, that you will be able to take away the garments very quickly. That is what Trinculo now says to Caliban. Caliban says, I will have none of it. We shall lose our time and all be turned to barnacles or to apes with the foreheads villainous low. Now Caliban here says, I will have none of it. I will take no garment from there at all. As Trinculo told, apply some bird's lime into your hand, that you will be able to take the garment so easily. In response to that, Caliban says, I will have none of it. We shall lose our time. We are simply wasting our time. He says that we are simply wasting our time and all be turned to barnacles. Barnacle means it's a kind of shellfish. He says, if we waste the time in this way, what will happen? Prospero will wake up from his sleep and he will transform us either into barnacles. Barnacles is a kind of sea shellfish, or to apes. We will be changed into the shape of monkeys with the foreheads villainous way. Villainous way over here means all our heads will be disproportionate. Foreheads will be disproportionate, which means we will be looking very, very ugly. Once again, let's see what Caliban says. Caliban here says that I will take no garment at all. And he wants both of them by saying that we are simply wasting the time. As we waste the time in this way, what will happen is Prospero will wake up from the sleep. And as he wakes up from the sleep, no way we will be able to bring any harm to him. And he will transform us into the shape of barnacles or into the shape of monkeys. with the foreheads which will be disproportionate, which will look very ugly. We are going to be transformed into ugly creatures, and the entire part of our body is going to suffer from pain. So therefore let us not waste the time at all. That is what Caliban suggests to both Trinculo and Stefano. Stefano says, monster, lay to your fingers. Lay to your fingers means give your helping hand. As Caliban was not at all ready to take any colorful garment which was placed in front of the cell of Prospero. So once again Stefano asks him, monster, lay to your fingers. Lay to your fingers means give a helping hand. Give your helping hand. Help to bear this. Help me to carry this dress away where my hogshead of wine is. Hogshead over here means the barrel of wine is kept. Please help me out so that these garments can be carried to the place where I have placed the barrel of wines. So he has collected the barrel of wine on which he swam and came across over here in this island and placed under the rock there, and that is what he says, monster, helps me out so that we together will carry this over there to that place where I have collected the bottles of wine, or I will turn you out of my kingdom. Otherwise I will banish you from my kingdom. I will not make you as my servant at all if you do not follow my instruction. This is what the instruction of a master to the servant. The master says, help me to carry this dress to the place where I have placed the barrels of bottles of wine. If you do not do this job, I will not make you as my servant at all. I will banish you from my dukedom. Go to carry this, and therefore do carry it. Trinculo says, and this. So Trinculo gives another garment to Caliban and says, you carry this one also. Then Stefano, yeah, and this. So they are providing one on the other. So many garments they have taken out of the clothesline and they are placing them into the hands of Caliban. So Stefano again says, Stefano had already given a garment to him, and immediately after that Trinculo gave another one. Now Stefano gives another one and says, and this, do this also. And that was the time a noise of hunters heard, enter diverse spirits in the shape of dogs and hounds, and hunt them about Prospero and Ariel, setting them on. And that was the time. Immediately we hear the noise of hunters. A sound being produced by the hunters was heard. Enter diverse spirits, and there we see the entry of so many spirits in the shape of dogs and hounds, and hunt them about. And these spirits came into the shapes of dogs as well as the hounds, and they came and they started chasing them about Prospero and Ariel, setting them on. Setting them on means both of them started encouraging the spirits that came into the shape of dogs and hounds. So Prospero started encouraging them. The introduction part we have already seen. Ariel brings so many spirits, and they come into the shape of dogs, the hunting dogs, as well as the hounds, and they torment them, the entire part of their body. And that is what we see here. Here come so many spirits. The time has, the exact time has approached. So therefore, Ariel has produced all those spirits in front of the cell of Prospero. The spirits took the shape of dogs as well as hounds, and they starts to attack them. That is what all of them started to attack them. That is what we see here. The noise of the hunters heard, enter diverse spirits in the shape of dogs and hounds, and hound them about Prospero and Ariel, setting them on. Prospero and Ariel started encouraging the spirits by calling out their names. That is what we come across in the next part. So let's see how Prospero encourages them. Let's see. Prospero says, hey mountain, hey mountain, silvery. So many words they use here. For example, mountain, silvery, furry, and tyrant are the names they have used for the dogs as well as the hounds. Please remember all these words like mountain, silver is the another name used by them, furry is the another name, and yet another name is tyrant. So these are the names these dogs are addressed. That is why they are written in capital letter. So they started encouraging. First, let us see how Prospero encourages the spirits. The Prospero says, "Hey, mountain, hey, chase them away, mountain. Mountain, dear dog, my dog, chase them away, attack them, attack them." That was the way Prospero started encouraging them. And let's see what Ariel says. Ariel says, "Silver, there it goes." Silver is another term used by. So Ariel says, "Silver, there it goes, silver. Silver, see, there goes another man. Chase him, chase him." That is what Ariel says. Silver, there it goes, silver. Silver, it goes there. Silver, it goes there. Go and chase them. Go and attack them, torment them. Prospero again, "Furi, Furi there." So takes out the name of, again takes out another name. Furi, Furi there. So he says, "Furi, Furi, look there. They are moving to that side. Furi there. Tyrant there. Hark, hark. Run after them, tyrant. They are there. Tyrant, they are there. Chase them. Run after them. Listen to me. Listen to me. Hark, hark." Caliban, Stefano and Trinculo are driven out. All the three of them are driven out. They are highly attacked by the spirits that came into the shape of different dogs as well as the hounds. And let us see further. Now he speaks to Ariel, so that they already moved away from their spirits that came into the shape of dogs as well as the hounds, started to chase them, and they ran, and the dogs ran behind them, chasing them. Now he speaks to Prospero, speaks to Ariel. "Go, charge my goblins, that they grind their joints, and with convulsion shorten up their sinews, with aged cramps, and more pinch spotted make them than parts or Cato mountain." So he asks his Ariel, his spirits Ariel, he says to his spirits Ariel, "Go, charge them goblins, go and tell my spirits, you go and you tell my spirits that they grind their joints, that let their joints be totally affected with what? With dry convulsion, with a kind of painful spasm." Convulsion over here means painful spasm. Let them be hurt with their muscles, shorten up their sinews, let them have the complete muscles pain, let their muscles be almost broken out of pain with their sinews, with aged cramps, as if the cramps appear in their sinews, in their muscles, as they are old. As people reach into the old age, the muscles get cramps, and such kind of cramps may take place into their muscles. He continues, "And more pinch spotted make them than pad or cat of mountain." He says that, and pinch them till more scars. You know the meaning of the scars, no? Scars means the marks. So he says scars are left on their body than spots the leopard or the wild cats have. As like there are so many spots in the body of a leopard. Leopard has full of spots in its body. Let them have so many scars in their body, as like or more than like that of the spots that are visible in the body of a leopard, as well as the spots on the body of a mountain cat. He here says, let their entire body be hurt with pain. Let them be totally affected. Let them be inflicted with full of pain that makes so many scars in their body. And he further says that the number of scars must be more than that of the spots that are there on the body of a leopard, as well as on the body of the mountain cat. Once again, let's see what Prospero says. So Prospero here calls out the name of the spirits. He calls them by Furi, Furi there. He says, "Furi, if you have not seen, they are there, they are there. And tyrant there, tyrant, look to that place, they are there. Hark, hark, listen to me what I say, listen to me what I say. They are there, they are at different places, and therefore do chase them." And they started running away from there. The dogs as well as the hounds, that we already know are the spirit, chasing them ahead, and they all moved from there. All the three conspirators ran away from the place, chased by the hounds as well as the dogs. Now on stage we have only Ariel and Prospero. So Ariel gives certain commands to his honest honest spirit Ariel, and he says to Ariel, go charge my goblin, you go and tell my spirits, once again go and tell my spirit that they grind their joints, that they may inflict such kind of pain into their joints, into their muscles, they will have full of spasms, and shorten up their sinews, and let their muscles, sinews over here means let their muscles be contracted with a full of, as like the old people's muscles are being contracted, let their muscles be totally contracted, and more pinch spotted make them than pad or cat or mountain, and pinch them till more number of scars appear in their body, more than that of the number of spots that are visible on the body of a mountain cat or on the body of a leopard. Then Ariel says, hark, they roar. Listen, that was the time Ariel was able to hear the screaming sound being made by all the three conspirators. And therefore Ariel now says, hark, they roar. Listen how they are screaming out of pain. They are screaming with a full of pain. Listen, my master, how they scream. Then Prospero says, let them be hounded soundly at this hour. Lie at my mercy all my enemies. Shortly shall all my labor end, and thou shalt have the air of freedom. For a little follow and do me the service. So lastly he says to his servant, his spirit, let them be hounded, let them be totally tortured. The meaning of the word hounded here means tortured. Let them be tortured soundly, let them be tortured mercilessly. At this hour lie at my mercy all my enemies. And he says that all my enemies are at my mercy. Earlier we know that Prospero was being controlled by the other people. Now Prospero has once again become very, very powerful, and therefore he says, at this hour, lie at my mercy all my enemies. All my enemies are at my mercies. They beg my mercy. All the enemies who were more powerful than me all this while, they beg my mercy at the present moment. Shortly shall all my labor end. My work will come to an end soon. He says that all my work will come to an end soon. I am going to stop everything over here in this island, and thou shalt have the air of freedom. Once all my work will come to an end, I will give you the freedom to roam about very, very freely as you wish to. Anywhere you want to move around, I will give you the complete freedom. No more I will ask your service at all. As my works come to an end, he says that all my work is about to come to an end, and once everything comes to an end, dear Ariel, I will give you the complete freedom. For a little follow, for some time, just for a short period of time, he says, follow me and do me service, and do my service again. Once again he says his spirit, he says that now all my enemies are under me. They ask for my mercy. Now I am very, very powerful, and therefore Prospero says that all my works are about to come to an end. I am going to complete all my works, and once all my works comes to an end over here, I will give you the complete freedom. You will be able to roam very freely over there in the air. But for a short while, do follow me and do serve me for a few more hours or a few more minutes. That is what here Prospero asks to Ariel. So by this dialogue, we come to an end of Act 4, Scene 1 of the drama. We know that Act 4 has got only one scene. We don't have so many scenes in the play. So we have completed the scene. Once again, let us recollect what we have come across over here in the entire scene. In the beginning, we saw Prospero was very pleased with the love affair between Ferdinand and Miranda. So he gives his consent, his consensus to Ferdinand, stating that I am pleased that you may get married with my daughter Miranda. That is what he says to Ferdinand in the beginning, and he says that in the due course of time you will get married, and in honor of it, as he wanted to express his happiness in the love affairs between Ferdinand and Miranda, he arranges a mask where we see so many spirits come into different shapes. and they performed their dance, and the mask was about to get over. We see Prospero immediately recollects the plan being made by the conspirators, that is Caliban, Trinculo, and Stefano. As the mask was about to get over, he immediately remembers it is the time that the conspirators come to take away his life. And he shouts loudly, and hearing the sound, he jumps and shouts, hearing the shouting sound of Prospero, as well as the transition that has taken place in the life of Prospero, all the spirits vanished from there. Then he turns to Ferdinand and he says, nothing to bother about. My mind is little worried about. So I will just make 1 or 2 rounds and I will return back to the cell. By that time, you together with Miranda go and take the rest over there in my cell. And after some times, Prospero returns back there together with Ariel. He orders Ariel to bring the spirits into the forms of dogs and the hounds. They came into different spirits came into the shapes of dogs and hounds, and they started tormenting all the 3 conspirators, and they chased the conspirators. Ultimately he hears to his spirit Ariel that all my works have been accomplished. Now all my enemies are under me. I am more powerful than my enemies, and I am going to end up all my work, and I will give you the complete freedom. But for a while, come and follow me, because we have to do some more work, and by which the scene came to an end. We have only one more act in the play, that is Act 5, only one scene. The last act also has got only one scene. So we will be continuing drama later. From the next class, we will study a new story. In class 11, we have already completed 5 stories, namely Salvatore, Fritz, Quality, the Chinese statue, and a gorilla in the guest room are the lessons we have already completed. And I request you in the next day to begin with another story, that is story number 9, the sound machine. So tomorrow, in the next class, I request the students to be with the story book, the lesson number 9, the sound machine. Thank you, dear students. Let's see in the next class.